everyone, and welcome to the kitchen. Are you getting tired of trying to figure out yet another meal on yet another day in your life, day after day? We hear you, and we are here for you, because Epicure is all about providing you with the products, the tools, the resources, the recipes that are going to help you be a mealtime hero and just take the easy road to making meals for your family. Today, we're going to be looking at a fabulous Asian themed meal, and we're going to be featuring our Good Asian Real Fast Meal Kit. It comes with these 4 fabulous seasonings. We've got Asian stir fry seasoning, sesame ginger dressing mix, miso broth mix, and chipotle aioli mix. These are fabulous flavors, and the meal kit also comes with these amazing and delicious 5 recipe cards, with more available online for you to search. But it comes with these 5 recipe cards, and if you want to do them all in the same week, it comes with a handy dandy shopping list as well. How great is that, right? So that's our meal kit. That's what we're looking at today. And on the menu are easy Asian lettuce wraps, and they'll be topped with a sesame and ginger coleslaw. We're going to make the dressing ourselves. That's super easy. And we're going to make the chipotle aioli to just give it that perfect finishing flavor to pull it all together. And of course, we're going to have a little something sweet at the end of the meal with our chocolate pudding. So, the way we love to begin is dessert first. Life's short, right? So, we like to begin with the dessert because by the time you sit down and actually are finally having your meal, you just don't feel like you want to get up and make something else again, right? So isn't it great to just have it made right up front and popped into the fridge? So why do we love our chocolate pudding? Well, I'm not going to show you how to make it today because we've all made chocolate pudding where you take 2 cups of whatever milk you want to use and you put the pudding mix in. But I'm going to tell you why ours is the best. It doesn't have the same artificial coloring, preservatives in there. All the stuff that you don't want or need are not in our pudding mix, and really ours is so creamy and good. You will never want to go back, and you'll want to order more than you think you do. I'm just giving you that hot tip right now. So what I like to do is I whisk it up and then I divide it right away into portions. So I do that using our little prep bowls. These have fast become one of my favorite tools, and I gotta tell you, when I first saw them, I just thought I wasn't gonna use them a lot, but I'd give them a try. I now use them all the time. They are in constant rotation in our house, and pudding's a great way to use them. They've got little servings measurements on the side, and I can portion out a 1/2 cup serving. That goes into 4 of the prep bowls. You get 4 in a set, so it works out perfectly. Just pop those in the fridge. So you make this at the beginning of your meal, you pop it in the fridge, they're ready by the time you're done. So it's great. Let's go on to the main portion of our meal. So, for the easy Asian lettuce wraps, we're going to use a ground meat as the main star of our Asian lettuce wrap. And you can use beef, you can use chicken, you can use pork, which is what I'm using here. And you use about a pound in the recipe that I'm going to show you. And really, ultimately, you can season it to taste. Now, you are wondering, what are you cooking it in? I am cooking it right in this beautiful silicone steamer, and I'm telling you now, this is going to be your new best friend. This is going to be the thing that changes life in your kitchen, because this is what makes good food real fast possible. And I'm going to move these aside so that you can actually see what we're talking about. It's 100% food grade silicone. It's good in the microwave, it's good in the oven, and it cooks food in their own juices. It steams them. The nutrients get locked in to a greater degree than if you were cooking them longer in the oven. That is the beauty of it. Does the meat get rubbery? Not at all. And let me tell you, it cleans up so easily that even though it's dishwasher safe, I never put it in the dishwasher because it is the easiest thing to clean, and I'd rather save that room for something else. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to do this. I'm using the Asian stir fry seasoning. I always just give it a little bit of a shake for any of the heavier things that settle, mixes them through. The great thing that sets this product apart, I mean, the beautiful flavors and the aromas come popping out of the jar with this product. This is one of my faves. But what really sets it apart for me is sodium content. There is no other product on the market that could compare with this. There's just, If you want to add more sodium, you are welcome to, but you're not going to find it in this mix. All the flavors do the work for you. Now with this pound of meat, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of this Asian stir fry mix. And I'm using our 4-in-1 spice spoon. I love it because it's not one of those dangly ones with all of the spoons on the one thing. This takes up way less room in my drawer, and it fits into all of our jars. That's what we love about that spice spoon. Okay, so I've added just a tablespoon of that ingredient so far. The other thing I'm going to add is a tablespoon of soy sauce, and I'm just going to throw that in. This is a meal, because it's so easy, it's great for those of you who are not cooks. I'm just going to get a little mix here. It's great for you who are not cooks, and it's a great way to get kids cooking in the kitchen. So it's just a couple of ingredients, but when they taste the flavors at the end, they're so proud. I mean, because it comes out so delicious. Now, this is only going to take about 5 minutes in my microwave. So I'm going to put it in for 4. I always do that, and then I give the meat a little stir, and then I cook it for the last little minute. So let's pop that in. Super, super easy, which is what I love. We'll hit that 4 minutes, and it's off and cooking. We have now completed the hardest part of the meal, and I kid you not. It's already cooking away. All we did was pour a couple things in and give it a quick stir. And we love it. And by the way, that multi-purpose steamer that it's cooking in right now is our #1 choice from our hosts to choose to get with their free or half-price products. Hosts get extra benefits from hosting. And so if you're thinking about doing it, I'm just saying, that's a good one to keep in mind. Okay, so while that is cooking, we're gonna go on to make our sesame ginger coleslaw. This is one of my favorite dressings. The Epicure does so many great things well. Their dressings are just phenomenal. And they've made it really easy to make your own. Why do you want to make your own? Well, I can guarantee that I can go into the kitchen of many of your homes and find like the dregs of salad dressing in the jars, right? Taking up space in your fridge, going bad because you have to use them up in 3 months. And if you look at the labels, they're full of preservatives and artificial whatevers all in there, big long list on the label. You don't need any of that. You can make as much or as little as you want when you're doing your own dressing at home, and once you try it, you will never go back because the flavors are so good. Now, I cheated a little bit here. I went ahead and I pre-measured some of the ingredients that go in this dressing, but I'm going to tell you this. This is our cruet and funnel. This is the cruet, this is the funnel. And on the side, we have measurements there. So you have to, you don't have to use extra measuring cups to make a dressing. So I put in a 1/3 cup of oil in here, and then I added a 1/2 cup of vinegar. Normally it takes rice vinegar. Today I didn't have that. Apple cider vinegar was what I substituted with. And then I added 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I use a low sodium. Cut wherever you can. There's a lot of sodium in soy sauce. So then all we're going to do is add a couple of tablespoons of this dressing. And again, see how it fits nicely in the jar. I'm going to just measure that out. And if I were measuring this all in at the same time, I would put the dry ingredients in first. This is just a little tip. Put your dry ingredients in first, and then you add your wet ingredients, and that'll wash any of the ingredients off the edge of the funnel. Otherwise, it gets stuck, right, if you do it the other way around. Okay, so this is a really fun one to get kids on, or if you've got a friend over, you know, you can make this as well. Get somebody helping you out. And I need a lid, so let's go find a lid. I've got a lid here, and I'm going to just shake it up. Shake it up, baby. And this is cooking. That's right. It's cooking. You're cooking right now. You're shaking it up, baby. So this is a great way to get your kids involved. And you can you make this, let it sit for a little bit, okay? So let's just let that those flavors permeate, and let's make our chipotle aioli. So with the chipotle aioli, I've got a 1/2 cup of mayo here. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrant product. It's got that smoky flavor to it. And it's got a nip. So it's about a medium heat. And so, you know, you can, this is the great thing with Epicure, you can add as much or as little as you want. So I do like it spicy, but I know my kids are not super big on the spice. So normally to half a cup, you could add a tablespoon. And there's our meat, we're gonna check that. You could add a tablespoon to it. I just added a couple of teaspoons, and that should do it for now. So I'm just gonna quickly mix that in. We're gonna come back and add some lemon to it, but let's take a look at our meat. 4 minutes is all we've got happening here. So let's take a little look at it. And I'm now going to use this. This is our ground meat separator. And it's great for avocados too, but I mean, I just put it in here and it just loosens everything up. I can see a couple of pieces that just need, or a couple of bits that just need a little bit more time. So I am going to throw it in, but it's a wonderful way to check. And now I've loosened the meat so that it's ready to serve up, which is really nice. This is a friend, and it's such a great tool. You can even use it in your frying pans, and it makes life a lot easier. All right, so let's do one more minute here with this meat, and let's go back to our chipotle aioli. Now, an aioli is just really a fancy mayonnaise. So, but it's just kind of that gourmet touch. So I'm gonna cut this lemon, I'm gonna roll it a little bit, kind of loosen it up there. I'm doing this on top of our cutting mats. We've got a bunch of cutting mats here. They help me kind of lay this out. These are, if you can see on the edge here, they're just kind of like a flexible one, so that if you chop a bunch of vegetables up, you can just kind of like, let's say you're making soup, you can just pour them. You do it like a funnel. I love that. This is a harder one, and it's got little silicone feet to keep it from slipping. So we call it our non-slip cutting board. So these are really great little tools to have in your kitchen. So I'm going to cut this this lemon with my favorite knife, and this is our Prep Pro ceramic knife, and this is our little, you know, our smallest knife, our paring knife, and it just slices right through because ceramic is so strong. Now you're not going to use this on like a frozen chicken or frying a hard root vegetable. This is really for your delicate stuff. It really shines when you're using it on soft tomatoes because you can get a perfect slice without squishing that thing to bits. And who doesn't love a perfectly ripe tomato, right? So we're gonna take the lemon and we're gonna use our 2-in-1 citrus press. Why is it 2-in-1? It's got 2 different chambers. One is for limes and one is for lemon. And that's just because whatever size it is that you have, you want it to fit in there nice and snugly like this does. I mean, that's a perfect fit. So you can get the most out of it. And then it makes sure that no seeds get in there. And, ooh, I'm getting a good workout here. So I've squeezed some lemon juice in there. And that really, I find it just brightens everything up. I love that. I may have gone a little overboard. I do love my lemon. So my aioli's a little thinner than I usually have it, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, I guarantee you. Okay, so there we have it. Now you've made your fancy mayo, and that is it. You literally just added the seasoning, and you did a squirt of the lemon juice in there, and the lemon juice makes it smell so fresh, so you're gonna be like just a pro chef when this all comes together. Okay, so I am going to dress this. Now, I made a full serving today, and as you saw, it was just a couple of tablespoons of the seasoning. This can stay in your fridge for about a week. So make as much as you're gonna use. If you're okay with consuming it within a week, then go ahead and make that. Like, I know that we're gonna definitely eat this. We love, 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 love this coleslaw. We love this salad dressing. And I'm just gonna grab a spoon here and stir it up. And it smells so good, you guys. Like, this is just, it's all so fresh. It's all so lovely. And I can tell you that I have a child who's waiting in the wings to eat this meal very shortly. It's a favorite. All right. So I'm guessing that our meat is done, but let's have a look. It's done. It's done, and you can see the steam coming out. It's been cooking in its own steam. And I'm going to now serve it up, okay? And I'm gonna show you how we do it. I'm gonna use our Grip and Grab tongs. I love these because they are silicone and they've got a steel core, so they've got good strength to them. They've got little bumps right down at the tips that help grip things. And because they're soft, nice silicone, they're not gonna damage my cookware like my frying pan. They're not gonna scrape it up. So I love to use that. I love to use that. And it helps me assemble this meal. So I've got a lettuce leaf here. You can use butter lettuce, you can use iceberg. I just used what was available, and that was a nice leaf lettuce, which is great. And oh, this looks so good. So I'm just serving it right out of the pan. You could drain it, you know, and serve it in a bowl, like do almost like a little bar of all the fixings. You could do that, but I've put some on top. And now I'm actually going to use my tongs because I like them better than a spoon for coleslaw. See how it really grips the coleslaw? So I'm going to add some coleslaw. I really like coleslaw, so I'm going to make sure we load it up there. And then I'm going to just drizzle it with some of this aioli, which is, man, I wish this was smell-o-vision so that you could really take part of the fragrance of it all. And then, where is it? Oh yeah. I don't know if you've heard about this one. We've got this everything bagel seasoning, and it's a top. And let me see if I can open it with one hand. And we love this around our house. We use it on so many different things. So we just love that. It's got like sesame seeds and garlic and different things. So we just love a little extra crunch. And so I'm gonna pop that on there. And I'm gonna just lean that forward. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? This is what we made today. And if I wasn't talking so much, this would have been done in minutes. You know that you can now sit down, munch on this, and your dessert is waiting for you in the fridge. These are all the things that you can make. This is just an example of a fabulous meal kit with Epicure, and we have many more. So we hope that you find a friend to help you with your mealtime challenges, a favorite flavor to bring into your home. And we just want to thank you for being part of our Epicure Good Food Real Fast demo.